Hi, this is Aaron Young, CEO of Laughlin Associates and author of the best-selling book, The Corporation Manual. So, we've talked about a number of things. You've figured out which business entity is right for you. You've figured out, is it a C or an S or an LLC? Now you're organized. What are some things you should do right now to make sure that you're getting the most bang for the investment that you've made? Okay, a couple things. One, you need to make sure that you begin right away to organize yourself and operate as a board of directors. Even if you're the only member of the board, you need to make sure that you're holding meetings, keeping minutes of those meetings, passing resolutions, issuing ownership. That's either stock or membership. We've got a whole other video that you should watch about that if you haven't already, but that's the very first thing. Act like a real corporation. Act like a real LLC. Now, one of the great advantages that you have now that you're a business owner, a corporate owner, is there are myriad tax deductions that you can take. And some of them are going to be pretty obvious, like running down to the office supply store. You know you can use a company check or a company credit card to do that. But there's some things that a lot of business owners don't pay attention to, don't take advantage of. Either they're scared to or they just don't know they exist. So let's go over a few of those right now. First of all, home office deduction. A few years ago, taking a home office deduction was considered kind of scary and risky because it significantly increased your likelihood of an audit. Also, the procedures were kind of hard to understand, and so a lot of people that did take the deduction ended up having problems with the return. Well, there's been some improvements over at the IRS related to home office deduction. They've dramatically smoothed out how that works. It's much, much easier, and you're no longer an audit risk. So figure out how many square feet you're using of your office, bathroom space, common space, meeting with clients, and figure out what that is. There's a formula to devise what that's, how much that's deductible. You should do that. So start taking the home office deduction. If you have underage children, that is dependent children that are under the age of 18, hire your kids. People come to me all the time and they say, Aaron, can I deduct my kid's car? Or can I deduct my kid's college? Or can I deduct my kid's wedding? The answer is no. Are you kidding? Of course you can't do that. Those are not business expenses. But if you begin with the end in mind and you think, what do I want to do? I'm making money as a business owner. I know my kids are going to ask for money. What can I do to be able to use pre-tax money for their wants rather than after-tax money? Well, here's what you do. You hire your kids. Come up with a job description, some kind of appropriate work for their age, and write up a description, keep a timesheet, and hire your kid. Now, this cannot be your grandkids, your nieces and nephews, your dependent parents, or anybody else like that. We're talking about dependent, under the age of 18 children. And the work has to be age appropriate. So your 4-year-old cannot be getting paid to change the transmission on the delivery van. Okay? But your 6-year-old can help you stuff envelopes or put stamps on envelopes. Your 12-year-old could absolutely be involved with your social media program, and your 17-year-old could be making sales calls, setting appointments, and so on. So find some age-appropriate work for your kids and hire your kids. You can pay them $6,350 a year, deductible to the business, not taxable to them. So that money can come into your household. Your kids can have the money, deductible to the company, not taxable to the household or to the child. So then, when they want to go get that $300 pair of jeans or those expensive tennis shoes, or they start saving the money so that when they're 16 and they want to buy a car, that's all pre-tax money going towards that car. Plus, they've been saving it. They've been learning about work and the value of money. If they start young enough and they're putting money away, they can have money available for their college education or for that beautiful dream wedding if that's what they want. The point is, if you begin with your end goal in mind, that's a great thing you can do, is to hire your kids and let them figure out how to pay for the movies, pay for the clothes, pay for the car, and so on. Okay, that's a great deduction hire your kids. Your automobile is a freaking gold mine, okay? Most of us, all we do is subtract off gas and maybe a mileage per mile deduction. But did you know if you go to irs.gov, there's every year a new estimate by the government of what a business vehicle should be able to deduct. Last year, it was just over $7,100, way more than just your per mile deduction. So figure out not only what they're estimating your deduction should be, but also start looking at tax credits that are available. You can have deductions, but you can also have credits that almost spend like money. So right now, there are all kinds of tax credits for hybrid vehicles and electric vehicles. A few years ago, when they were really promoting heavy equipment and farming, you could go get a Chevy Suburban or a Cadillac Escalade and deduct 100% of the cost of it in the very first year because any vehicle over a certain gross weight was deductible. Well, they don't want you driving gas guzzlers now. They do want you driving hybrids. So go figure out what incentives the government has created for you as a business owner to take. You probably understand that you can deduct all of your medical expenses, your premiums for medical insurance, and you can also set up a cafeteria plan to cover things like naturopathic, chiropractic, dental, pharmaceutical plans, and so on, daycare, elder care, all kinds of things you can pay for with pre-tax money in a cafeteria plan. But did you know that if you, as the board of directors, meet and set up a wellness plan for your business, that the company can decide by board resolution to build a full-blown gym, a physical fitness facility at the office? Now think about that. Most of our offices are in the spare bedroom of our house or in our basement. We can set up a full-blown place. Get a treadmill and your elliptical machine and some free weights. Get a yoga mat and get a flat screen TV up on the wall to help guide you through your yoga practice or whatever your workout is, your whatever it is you're going to do. I don't want to use brand names. But the point is, you can build that out and it can be a completely 100% deductible expense to the business if you've decided on a wellness plan, you've had a meeting, written minutes, passed a resolution. Now you as the president go out and do that. 100% deductible to the business. Also something on a medical front that you may not know. Even if your medical insurance or your cafeteria plan will not cover certain kinds of treatment, if your doctor has come to the conclusion that certain treatments, maybe that are not even available in the United States, are critical to your health and well-being, then you can go to another country and your company can pay 100% of the expense of going through whatever that treatment is if it's going to be critical to saving your life or having you be able to continue to run the company. Isn't that interesting? If you really do have an animal that protects your place of business, more than just a little yippy dog in your living room, but if you really have a place that you need protection, your dog or whatever that guard animal is can be 100% deductible. And these things go on and on and on. You know that you have certain ceilings of what you can contribute to your IRA or your 401k, but did you know your company can put in an additional $40,000 per year into your retirement plan? So if you have a closely held company that's making money, there are tremendous benefits that you get to participate in, 100% tax deductible. They're not going to affect you at all, but they are going to benefit you down the road. So, hold meetings, issue ownership, figure out what the tax deductions are, take full advantage. You know, anything that's ordinary or necessary can be deductible. You can start, I've seen companies with private airplanes, with boats for entertaining clients. Of course, you can take advantage of the client gift rules, which if it's a gift from me to you, there's very, very strict limits. But if it's from me to your company without your specific name on it, I can be incredibly generous. Okay, client gifts are another great thing to do. Anyway, the point is there are literally thousands of deductions available to business owners that are not available to sole proprietors or to W-2 employees. There's all kinds of things that you can start spending pre-tax money on as the business owner. It's going to bless your life, it's going to enhance your lifestyle, and it's going to be deductible to the company. But this is the critical thing, the 3 Ds. You want to deduct, you want to document that deduction, both in a bookkeeping way and from a board resolution perspective. And so you're going to deduct, you're going to document, and the third thing is you want to make sure that you do those things so that you can defend the deductions you've taken. Remember those 3 Ds. Deduct, document, so you can defend. That's critical for you as a business owner. Dig into the tax code. Learn a little bit. Ask questions. Do some research. Read some newsletters. Folks, just like your doctor isn't responsible to make you exercise, to make you eat right, to make you do the things so you can be healthy. You go to your doctor when you have a catastrophic situation. Well, it's the same thing for your CPA or your lawyer. They can't make you do the day-to-day stuff that's going to keep your company healthy and sound and well. You as the entrepreneur, you as the business owner are the one that's responsible for figuring out what is it you need to do and then taking steps every day to not just work in your business, but to work on your business, to make sure that business is going to be healthy and vibrant and safe and defensible so that you can go ahead and do whatever it is that you're great at. Make tons of money, live the life you want, live as much of it with pre-tax money as you possibly can, and build an asset, not just a glorified job, but an asset that will grow to transcend you because you're making smart choices while you build. You want that business that's going to be bigger than you so that when the time comes, you've got an asset you can either hand down to the next generation or you can sell it on the open market, get onto your next dream.